everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm back, and I'm back with some favourites, Tim HOLTZ, yay. And I decided what I wanted to do was just quickly, if you hear some little clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, it's my dogs walking across the kitchen floor. Just thought I'd let you know. Because it's January and Christmas has been and gone, and money's a bit tight, isn't it, around January? Probably up until March takes you to get over Christmas and New Year's and everything like that. So in January, I'm going to be using my stash. I'm not going to buy anything new, and I'm going to be using my stash. So, yeah. Apart from what I got for Christmas, obviously, because, you know, I brought them after Christmas with my Christmas money. So, yeah, apart from them, they don't count. But, yeah, I'm going to be using stuff out of my stash. And I'm going to be using things like envelopes, paper bags, toilet rolls, and stuff like that. Kind of making stuff out of stuff like that. So, what I have for you first is I have made this little booklet, and it's just made of 2 envelopes, and this is the front cover, and it has, this is the first 2 pages. I have a little tag sliding in the top here, a pocket here, and then on this side I have a holder, a place for a tag off the side, and then it has 2 more pages, and again in the back here I have another tag just tucked in the top, and this is just a slide tuck, and again another slide tuck, and then the back cover. So let's get on to what we're going to be using. Right, so first off I have these, which are just the normal C6 white envelopes. No windows, no nothing. They're just the press and seal envelopes. That's all they are. Nothing fancy, quite cheap. You can get them in the pound shop. You can get them in the dollar stores, I'm sure. It's just, yeah, C6 envelopes. We're going to need 2 of those. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to pull off the strip. And then I'm going to get my glue. And where the strip isn't, on the ends here, I'm just going to put a smidge of glue, and then I'm going to do the same with this side, because the glue strip on these envelopes doesn't go all the way across, and I think it's for easy opening, but we're not going to be opening these, so we don't need easy access to the envelopes. Right, so they're those, and now I'm going to have these on the bottom because of the paper inside and the flaps and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both my envelopes, and I'm just going to take my trimmer, my chomper, chop, and I'm just going to chomp off just over it's a smidgen, like literally just a smidgen, just to take, make sure they're straight, just to take that edge off so that they're open. And it's literally like, look, it's literally a proper little thin slice. Put those to the side, and then what we're going to do is we're just gonna fold them in half, and I am just going to get my bone folder because of the folds and everything inside the envelopes. I just want to burnish them down. That's it. And now we have 2 envelopes with 2 openings in the top. And what you can do is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them together like this. Now, if you want to, you could have a pocket here and a pocket here, and then another pocket the other side. You could have 4 pockets at the top. I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open the envelope. And let me work out. So I want one on that side and the back side. So it's this side. So it's the right hand side. When the bottom of the envelope is towards you, it's the right hand side that you want to glue, because you want the pocket on the front page, if you like. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open it up, and then down, let me get my bone folder, so just down the center of the line on the other side of the fold, and then just a little, you don't have to put any more on. So let me put the glue and then I'll show you. So you don't want to put it on the fold, and then just along the top, and there's a little gap there. So just like that. Can you see that? Let me check. You can see. So just like that, just so it closes it up. I mean, you don't have to. You can do it however way you want, but I just want one pocket on this side. So I just want to, yeah, just like that. So it's closed. It's closed up, and that's going to go onto there. So I'm going to do the same. Right, so now what we're going to do is, because we're going to stick those two together, we want the flap on the opposite side glued, so that we've got the flap on the back. So instead of doing the right hand side, we're going to do the left hand side now. So again, I'm just going to put some glue down the side of the fold. I'm not going to put it on the fold. And then across the top, and then on that little bit of fold. Oh, we've got some spillage. Right, so that's that. And now, so we have 2 envelopes with a pocket on the left and a pocket on the right, with the fold, the opening of the envelope at the bottom. So now what we're going to do is we want to put these two together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, because I want a pocket on the side, so I'm going to hold it onto the side that I don't want to glue, and I'm just going to glue down the edge, as close to the edge of the envelope that you can get, and then along the crease line as well. And then make sure you got your envelope the right way round, and the flap, the hole, a pocket is at the back. And then we're just gonna glue these together. And now what we should have is the front cover, a pocket, and then a pocket on the side, a pocket on the back, and the back cover. So that's basically the base for, you know, well, you could tuck it, because it's, I mean, mine's quite thick because I put in a butterfly, but you don't have to do that. And because of the string as well, that makes it quite thick. But if you didn't put anything like that and you just kept your decorating quite flat, then it, you know, that could tuck into a pocket in your journal. It could be a secret journal spot, for secret photos that you don't want to have out sort of like on your pages or anything like that. So yeah, right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate. And funnily enough, these envelopes, when they're cut like this, they the paper that I want to put on the top measures exactly 3 inches, and I've already pre-cut them, 3 inches by 4 inches, and they fit with a lovely little border on, just like that, which is perfect. So I've already sanded a couple. What I'm going to do also before I do this is I'm just going to, if I can find a piece of scrap paper, bear with me. Right, so I'm going to get my vintage photo in oxide, and I'm just gonna, this doesn't have to be neat because it's going to be covered. Just ink up all the pages, and you only have to go around the edge and then down the edge as well. Do the edges, and then the next page. And there we have it, just inked up like that. Perfect. All right, let's put that aside. Let's put that aside. So now we have our front and back cover and 2 pages, the first 2 pages and the second 2 pages. So I've already sanded these, and I'm just going to just give them just a little tinge, not a big one, because I quite like the look of the sanding. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little sanding block, and I've had quite a few people ask me on my previous videos what this is. So this is just a Tim Holtz ink dauber, just like that you put the foam pads on the end, and these are the little sanding pads that you can buy from Tim Holtz Ideology line as well. Not Ideology line, but they're on the Ranger line. So yeah, they're just mini sanding blocks, and I absolutely love them. So I'm just gonna kind of whiz round the edges. And I'll show you after I've done them all. So just go up and down around the edges and then circle round the corners. And you'll probably see it more on this one because of the darker colour. And I'm not bothered about the big bits. And then I might just do some bits across the middle. And you can do as light and heavy as you like. So this is me doing it lightly and then doing it a couple of times. So you're really in control of how much paper you want to take off. And if you do get a flappy bit like this and you don't want it on there, just run the sander over and it will just take it off, just like that. Right, so I'm just going to quickly tidy up and then I'll be back. So that's all the pages sanded. And I've just got a really lovely aged effect. Oh, I'm just going to pull that bit off. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Right, so now I'm just going to get my vintage photo back, and I'm just going to, not all of it, because like I said, it hides where you've sanded. So just sort of around the edges. But not too much. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just that's it, just like that. And now we're going to get gluing. Right, so these are the front covers that I want. And I'm going to have the folded creased bits at the bottom. Oh, make sure you check that you've got your book the right way round. And now I'm just going to I know what you're all saying. Yes, I have lost my pin again. But you know, right, now these are a little bit shorter because I think in the beginning I didn't cut the same amount off the top as I did with this one. So this one might be, yeah, it is. It's just a little bit taller. So that's why the 3x4 doesn't fit. But I ain't mad. I'm not mad about it because, you know, washi tape stamping. Kind of looks like a Polaroid. Sticky fingers. Right, so I'm just going to stick all these on. And obviously you can turn these into pockets if you want. I'm not going to. I'm just gluing them down. Yeah, just making sure the writing was the right way. Don't want to put the letter down back to front. On the last page, and I'm pretty sure the papers that I'm using are Backdrops 4, his newest ones. And then that's the book with the papers on. I have it here. Yes, it's volume 4, and they're all the ones that are on it. And I love that paper pack. So there's just going to do the inside of the pocket, the center one. Now we are going to make the tags. Now, so for the size comparison, this one, I only cut a smidgen off, but this one is about 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So that's why I did the 3x4 pieces. And this one with the little smidgen off the top is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. But like I said, I'll put all those measurements down below. So to make the tags as well, I'm just going to get the rest of the paper pack because I have some remnants left over that I want to use, and get my trimmer. So if we know that this is just over 3 inches, the tags that are going in the top, the width of them is going to be about 3 inches, so they fit. And because this paper is 6 inches wide, so you get 2, and the length of them is 4.5, so I would go 4.25. And then these are the two. They're the two top tags, and then this one again we'll do 3. And now this is the side one, but it will still be exactly the same. So I'm going to go just under 4.25, just because we haven't, on these pockets we've got folds on both sides, whereas on this one it's glued. So I want it, I see that even might be, yeah. So I'm just going to take a little bit more off, so it works out at just halfway between 4 and 4.25, just so it fits. Let's check and see if that fits before I put my trimmer away. I think I'm just going to go for 4, because then I know. Right, so that is a 3x4. Then I know it will fit, and this should definitely fit. There you go. Right, now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to get my my Stampin' Up punch, and it's 1 3/8, and I'm hoping this is going to go through. It should do. And I'm just gonna, only gonna do it on one side and just kind of eyeball it. Make sure it's even. And just cut out a notch. And then give it a little sand, so that then it's a little bit easier to pull it in and out. But we are going to make some tabs for them. So we have these pieces, we have these little pieces left over from when we made the tags. So that's the side and that's the inside. And now I have my Stampin' Up whale tail. So I'm just going to slide that in there and cut one out. And then I quite like the text, so I'm going to do the same, make sure it's straight because it's got lines on. Do the same with that one. And then let's get the numbers on, shall we? Make sure it's straight because the lines. Do the same with that one. And then again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it just a little sand, fold it in half, just sand across the top. fold in half, just across the crease. Let's get some, wipe all that away. And then a quick just with what's already left on my dauber. Perfect. Now this is the side one. So, oh, do you know what? That's exactly the same paper. So I'm going to turn it over and all the tags will be light coloured, which is absolutely fine because then at least you're going to see them. Right, so now let's glue these on. And what I like to do is take, let's just slide him in. Put that down there for a minute. And then I'm just going to measure it where I want it, sort of eyeball it. And then take my whale tail and I'm just going to kind of centre it in the place like that. And then on these two, let's do a little bit of sanding. First off, I'm going to use the 7mm, just because I find when you round your tags that are going in your pockets, they just seem to slide in a lot more easier than when they're pointy. Now this one, because I might be able to do it. It might go in. Yeah, perfect. Because I did one yesterday and it was the top one, so I couldn't get the punch on. Put those to the side. Now let's give this a little sand. I think these little sanding tools are like just the best thing ever. Oh, I absolutely love them. They're just so cool, especially if you like really love your vintage. So they don't have to be just used. Oh, let's make sure that's the right way around because of the back. They don't have to be just used on the craft stock. They work on his backdrops as well. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. It's a bit messy though. Right, so like I said, let's make sure the writing is the right way up. Otherwise that's going to look, I mean, you could always cover it, but I'm not going to for the sake of the video. So again, just eyeball it. Perfect. Yep. And then I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to put that there and then line that up there. And then they should both be the same. So there you have your side tuck, your top tuck, and your other, and I like to have a little bit of the tag sticking out, and your other top. And there you have your little folder. Now you can decorate it with anything you like. I used some of the I don't really know what packs they are. Let me just move my trimmer out the way so I can get my boxes up. Not quite sure what packs they are, because I think some of them are from his new stuff, because I tend to just put it, oh, here we go. So this one, I've got salvage tags in here, I've got collector and keepsakes in this box, and I've got another box just down here that's got all his new parts in as well. So there's all kinds of stuff in here that you could use. So like, for instance, we could just stick this at the bottom. Let's give it a little sand so it's all coordinating. Excuse me. And then we're just gonna, in fact, I'm just gonna go down the sides because I'm gonna make it excuse me, I'm gonna make it a little belly band halfway down, just like that. So that's one idea. I don't really want any big ones. We also have, but we've already got a pocket there, so we don't really want to do that on there. We might put that on there. So again, another little sand. And then I think we'll have it this way. So, oh, I'm holding this a bit weird. Just down the edges. And then line it up and hold it down. And then you have a little side tuck here and a little belly band here. And I'm pretty sure that there's something that you could slide in there and something you could slide in there as well. Let's put that in there for now. And then we have these 2 pages as well. So what could we put in here? That's quite nice and a nice size. So you could have lots and lots. Oh, and it sans his ephemera as well. Just in case you couldn't tell. Just load it up a bit. And then with this one, that could just be a background. So I'm not going to make that a pocket because we've got the belly band here. I'm just going to make this kind of like a decorative page. And just put this in the middle. And then let's find something for this page. Oh, now that's nice. And I reckon it's a perfect fit for a side pocket. Yes. Right. So this time I'm gonna glue down the sides and then along the back. This is slightly bigger than the backing paper, but that's fine. So we have... Right, so I do apologise. My phone cut out because my son rang. But I didn't see it because my phone's up here. But I don't think we missed that much. So I just put that on. The Strictly Handmade. I think that might have been all we missed. So that is it. I haven't done the front cover because of time, but you can clearly see what I did on here. I did these photos. I think these mini photos are in his newest ephemera collection that's not Christmas or Halloween, the one that was brought out before that. These mini photos are in there and I absolutely love them. So what I did was I just mounted it on some foam. Can you just see? Just so it just sort of like raised it up a little bit. And this is literally just the 50p kids foam that you get from the craft store. So yeah, so here's our little double envelope thingy majig with pocket and a pocket and a pocket. So if we turn this round, so we have that number on the front, just like that, because that's how I like it. Yeah, how quick and easy and simple just to have a little play. And like I said, as you can see, it's quite flat. So whereas if I hadn't put the butterfly in that on this, it does lay quite flat. So it will be perfectly slid into your junk journals. And it's perfect just for like a little secret booklet made from envelopes. Thank you so much for being here. It's Monday, and I think it worked quite smooth for a Monday, considering my morning started off a bit rocky with, I kept dropping things. I don't know why. My hands just keep opening when I'm holding things, and then they fall on the floor. I don't know what that's all about. I might Google it. I might not. I don't know. So, yeah, give it a go. Let me know what you make. I'm pretty sure you can make these out of any size envelopes. It really doesn't matter. They're all going to turn out really cool. So, yeah, if you give it a go, don't forget to tag me on my socials. All my socials are in the description box down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget, oh, yeah, like, subscribe, all that, you know, malarkey. Hit the bell so you get notified, all that stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye.